To create a constant inside of Kotlin, there are a few ways to do it. The first is a local constant. Now there is actually, let me say, there's a const keyword for helping define a constant, but what you'll see here is the val is only allowed on top level. If we get rid of val here, we'll see that const is not applicable for a member function or properties in that case. So we'll need to get rid of that. Now constants are usually defined in uppercase and separated with underscores is kind of the de facto standard for many JVM-based languages. But let's say that we have a constant that's a max age of 18. Perhaps this is a application for a children's application and we want the max age to be 18 for whatever reason. Now I can use this inside of here. I can say max age and I can do something with it. And so forth. It's a val. It can't be changed, so it's immutable. Now, if I'm back inside of the main function, I can still access this though. So I can say user, if I still want it to be locked down, I would have to actually provide some level of modifier on it. See, because we can access max age right here. If I didn't want to access max age, what I would need to do is throw a visibility modifier on there saying, hey, this is private, which is private to just the scope of this class. Now main, you'll see here, we don't have access to it. It says, can I access max age? It's private inside of user. So that's the first way that you can do it. Now you can also create, this again is scoped to the instance of the class. So if we were to see max age over here, we'll say user.maxAge, this max age is scoped to the instance of this user here. So it's instance of this user. So if you wanted to be a more appropriate constant, as you see in other languages, you would think to do this, but what we'd actually need here is a companion object. Inside the companion object, we'd say, I want to say const val max age equals 18. Now inside of here, again, we can access max age very easily inside of our actual class. It's local to the class. We have access to it. But however, if we say user max age, you'll notice that we don't have a max age on user, but we can access it because it's actually because it's inside of a companion object. It's scoped to be a singleton as part of the user class here. It's kind of a singleton scoped for the value. So we say user.maxAge, and there we go. Now we can actually view the max age, which means that we can use it outside of in various different locations. So it's basically users almost treated as some type of namespace. Almost, you could see it as that way for max age. So again, we have the local type, we have inside of the companion object. Now also, a lot of times you'll notice in applications, many people prefer to put their constants in maybe to a new file, and they'll call it constants. So constants.kt, and then what they'll do is they'll actually create an object, and they'll call it constants. And remember, when we use the object keyword, that's a singleton. And so what we can say inside of here is const val max age equals 18. And then we might want to say const val, we have a minimum age requirement is 5 for whatever reason. And then back inside of our main class, with that, we can then use that as we've seen in other languages. So constants.maxAge, we have constants.minAge that we can also access as well. Now these all don't have to be inside of objects or classes or anything. They can be also at a top level. So they can just kind of be floating on their own in their own files. So maybe we want to have a implementation that looks like this. We say const val max age equals 18. Now this could be reference over here. There's max ages in the root of the file. I could be over here instead of user. I could say something like this, max age. Now this is, again, I'm going to go to implementation. It's going to this root level file over here. Now, which one should you use? I prefer to keep any of the constants that are applicable to the user inside of the user class. So I would have a companion object for me, and I would put const val max age if this was only pertinent to the user. If I have a constant that is going to be shared across many different parts of the application, at that time I might create a constants file where it's an object, and I call it constants, and then I have const val, etc., ABC, whatever the value is, and it could be foo or whatever. And then I could access that from anywhere inside of my application using the constants as kind of a default standard there. So that's the way that I would do it. If you're going to need constants, I prefer to scope them to the class that they have. Again, if I don't need this constant on the outside, I don't need it visible on the outside of this, then what you can also do is just go ahead and, you don't even have to use the companion object if you don't want to. And you can just mark this as a private, and it can be just stored as a max age. Now, what you can also think about is if you want to, this is going to be stored around as a class, part of the class as well. So if you don't want that as part of the class, you can just put it inside the companion object, and you can mark this as private inside the companion object. It will still be visible inside of your class. So max age here, but if we go back to the main implementation and we say user, we create a new user again, and I try to access that user max age, we'll notice that it's not available because I've marked it as private. So now if I remove private and I go back to here, we'll see we have access user.maxage. If we go here, private user.maxage is not, we can't even access it inside of here, even though it's scoped to the class via the companion object. I don't have access because we've slapped the private modifier in there. So again, just to recap, if you want to have your constants, I prefer to keep them scoped locally to the class that they belong to. If they can be accessed and are usable by many classes and have kind of cross-cutting concerns, I will then usually put them in some type of constants file. I rarely will ever use them at a root level, such as this const val foo or whatever equals bar. These are things that I don't do. Simply because these are kind of just randomly floating around in some unknown space and don't seem to be scoped too well to keep things organized in my application. So depends on what your use case is, but that's how you can create a constant in Kotlin.